So let's go to the problem of money. Everybody, especially young people who are here. Can I see the hands of young people? Taas ang kamay. Ayan, ang daming sinungaling, ano? Puti na ang buhok, nagtaas pa talaga, ano? Can you look at this, everyone? Is this correct? Tama ba yan? Money is the root of all evil. Is that right? It is wrong. Money is not the root of all evil. It is not. Mali ho yan. Hindi yan totoo. Let's go to the real passage where it was said. In 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, ito ang sabi ni St. Paul, the love of money is the root of all evils and their desire for it. Yun daw ang ugat ng kasamaan, ang pagmamahal sa pera, hindi pera. Kaya hindi masama maging mayaman. Hindi. Kasi kung masama maging mayaman, masama pala ako. Hindi. The problem is not money itself, but our disordered love for it. The problem is not the morality of money. Neutral ang pera eh. The problem is the morality of my heart. So the question is this, do I worship money or do I worship God and use money to serve Him? So if my heart is aligned with Christ's heart, then my money can be a source of great good. Kaya ang check mo ay yung pagmamahal mo sa pera. Kayo ba pag naglalakad, tapos biglang may narinig na nahulog na barya, tumitingin ba kayo? Mahal mo ang pera. Yung gano'n, hindi pwede. Bakit? Alam nyo, this is very, very true. Look at this statement. When we accumulate wealth, we are tempted to be selfish. When we accumulate wealth, we are tempted to be selfish. Ewan ko kung nakatanggap kayo naman ganitong text. Yung ang sabi, gusto mo bang magkapera? Nakatanggap kayo ng ganyan? Grabe. Merong isang ganyan na viral. Alam niyo nakasulat? Gusto niyo bang magkapera? Yun ang nakasulat. Just text, penge. Space, pera. Then send to your nanay. Namura ka na, may libreng batok pa. Ha? Grabe. Gusto mong magkapera. When we accumulate wealth, we are tempted to be selfish. Naalala ko yung tatlong magkaibigan. Si Juan, si Mario, at si Pedro. Itong tatlong ito nakakita ng isang lampara. Alam nyo, kiniskis nilang tatlo, lumabas yung genie. At ang sabi ng genie, bibigyan ko kayo ng tag-isang kahilingan, kayong tatlo tag-isa, humiling kayo. Sabi ni Pedro, gusto ko pong maging mayaman. Bigyan mo ako ng pera at limpak na salapi. Boom! Dami niyang pera. Si Mario sabi niya, ako, gusto kong maging makapangyarihan. Yung talagang marami akong kalakasan, ganyan, power. Boom! Bigla na lang siyang makapangyarihan. Si Juan, simpleng-simple, sabi niya, ako, simple lang po ang gusto ko. Na si Mario at si Pedro, maging alipin ko. Galing, ano? Boom! Nagyari. Why? When we accumulate wealth, we are tempted to be selfish. Alam niyo, nakakalungkot, pero ang daming nag-aaway dahil sa pera. May mga mag-asawa, nag-aaway dahil sa pera. Merong mga magkakaibigan na matalik, business partners, dahil sa pera, magkaaway na. Magkakapatid, nag-aaway dahil sa pera. Kaya St. Paul said, look at that, let us continue. The love of money is the root of all evils, and in their desire for it, some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many serious wounds. Sinasaktan nila sarili nila. Bakit? Love for money. That is why many are wounded today because of their desire for money. So, what is love for money? Ano ba ito? The Bible has a word for it. And this word is this. Can you read? Greed. Kasakiman. Anong ibig sabihin ng greed? It is the disordered love of money and the disordered dependence on material things. The Word of God in Luke chapter 12 verse 15 says, watch out. Sabihin niyo sa katabi niyo, watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. Bakit watch out? Why be on your guard? Because, listen to me, greed is sneaky. Greed is sneaky. Greed sneaks up on us. Madalas, hindi natin alam, greedy na tayo. nalulusutan tayo, naiisahan tayo. And greed is sneaky for two reasons. Number one is this. It is so easy to justify greed as taking care of myself. Kaya kasakim, para sa akin, I deserve this. Di ba? Di ba? We tell that to ourselves. This is not greed. This is meeting my own needs. Even if we are already stepping on others. Second, it is easy to point to more greedy people than to tell yourself, I am greedy. Hindi ako greedy, brother. Wala nga akong pera, magiging greedy ako. Yung mayayaman ang greedy. Kasi mahirap pa rin ako. Kinukuha nila lahat. Ayan na. Pag kinumpira natin ang sarili natin sa iba, nalulusutan tayo ng greed. Greed sneaks up on us. Kaya nga, if you define greed again as the disordered love of money and the disordered dependence on material things, then we are all guilty. Tingnan mo yung katabi mo, ngitian mo. Sige na, sabi mo sa kanya, guilty. Guilty tayo. Gusto niyo ng proof na guilty tayo? Okay, everybody. Pag uwi niyo po mamaya sa bahay niyo, ha? When you go back home, please open your closets, your cabinets, your drawers, and you will see a lot of stuff. Napakadaming bagay. Ang dami niyong pag-aari. Pag uwi niyo, buksan niyo yung cabinet niyo, tapos ngumiti ka, sa harap ng mga dami mong gamit, sabihin mo ang pinag-aaralan nating salita from Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. Do not store up treasures for yourself on earth. Galing, di ba? Where they will be destroyed by moth and rust, and where thieves break in and steal. Habang kaharap nyo ang mga bagay-bagay na yan, please ask these three soul-liberating questions. Number one, question. Are there things here that I have not used for a year? May mga bagay ba dito na hindi ko man lang ginamit ng isang taon? Hala. Nung pandemic, yung mga sapatos ko, walang biro ha, ginagawa ko talaga ito nung pandemic. Kinakausap ko sila, isa-isa. Sabi ko, hoy, buhay pa ako ha, hindi ko lang kayo ginagamit. Isang taon mo na hindi ginagamit, bakit nandun pa rin? Ito yung pangalawa. How can I sell it or give it to someone else who can enjoy it? And number three, how can I stop buying things and get my happiness elsewhere? Ito mga binili natin, kaya mo siya binili kasi akala mo magpapasaya sa'yo. Oo nga, pero saglit lang. Ngayon, tambak na lang sila. Tingnan mo yung katabi mo ulit. Ngitian mo, sabi mo, tambak. Napakadaming tambak. Kaya guilty tayo. The Bible warned us in Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10, whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. Alam niyo ba? It is very, very easy to criticize Madam Imelda Romualdez Marcos for her 3,000 shoes. Daming sapatos. Pero itong tanong ko, how many shoes do you have? Sabay-sabay niyo ba silang sinusuot? Diba yung daming sapatos, hindi naman sabay-sabay sinusuot. Our founder, Brother Bo, nung ginagawa namin itong talk na to, talagang sinabi niya sa akin, sabi niya, brother, I was really shocked. Sabi niya. Sabi ko, bakit? Sabi niya, I wrote 2 best-selling books on Simplify. Simplify Your Life. 2 best-selling book niya. I was shocked to find out that I have 16 pairs of shoes. So siya talaga sabi niya, greed is sneaky. Sabi ko sa kanya, Bo, greed is not just sneaky. Greed is sneakers. 16. Di ba? Parang hindi siya makapaniwala. Grabe, no? Meron akong 16 na sapatos. Ako pa yung nagsasabi sa mga tao, simplify tayo, ha? Tapos nagulat siya, meron akong 16 na sapatos. Ganun. Hindi naman siya mahilig sa sapatos. Yung alam mo na, bibili siya. Basta doon pa rin yung iba. Are you getting that? We're all guilty. Naalala ko may reporter na nagtanong sa kaibigan kong si John. In-interview ng reporter yung friend kong si John Rockefeller. Friend ko lang yan, no? One of the richest man on earth before. Once, he was the richest man. He was asked, how much money is enough? You know what his answer was? He said, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I want you to know this is not only a problem of the rich or the poor. This is a problem of every human being on the planet because greed is a temptation. That's the problem of money.